What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today it's a random video about DVDs. I recently watched The Hitcher for the first time, and I was super surprised how good this DVD transfer is. Bear in mind, I am watching this on a 4K player and on a 4K television, so that may alter the image somewhat, but even with that, even if it is being upscaled to a degree, I thought the image quality for this DVD was absolutely spectacular. And I have watched DVDs through my 4K setup that don't look good at all. So I was really blown away by how good this looked, and it inspired me to talk about other DVD releases that I think generally look spectacular. So let's get on to some of them. So yeah, let's kick it off with The Hitcher, I suppose. I was really surprised how crisp and clean this image looked on my television for a DVD transfer. There's a lot of collectors out there that basically just kind of push DVD aside now and only collect Blu-ray or 4K releases, and there is something to be had, something to worth a shot with DVD, especially where DVDs are just, you can get them unbelievably cheap now, and charity shops are in abundance, so you can get them for like, you can get a multiple for £1, like super cheap for DVDs. And some of these transfers are outstanding, really are outstanding for me. So The Hitcher is the first pick, which is what inspired this video, and it is a fantastic image quality for this DVD. If you've not seen this movie and you want to get it on the cheap, look out for this Momentum release in charity shops or wherever you find cheap DVDs, because I feel like it is definitely a cheap pickup to watch the film for the first time. Next up is my favourite movie of all time, and that is Godzilla. I didn't have a region 3 Blu-ray player at the time of buying this, but I did have a region 3 DVD player. So I opted for this Criterion Collection DVD of the 1954 classic Godzilla. This just looks stunning for a transverse perspective of a film this old. It looks outstanding to me. I think Criterion really go full in on their transfer restorations, and this is no exception at all. This is according to the back, this is a brand new high definition digital restoration, so they really go full hog with their restorations, and this DVD is no exception. It's one of the best looking DVDs I have in my collection, in my opinion. And yeah, it just looks outstanding, especially for a film that is this old and comes from the 50s. It is so impressive to me. Obviously, I've got the Blu-ray since then. The Blu-ray just looks even better, and hopefully we're going to get that 4K that I saw on the big screen last year. But yeah, this DVD is outstanding for a DVD transfer, and even if I set this up on a standard definition television through the DVD player, I reckon it'll still look outstanding as well for a DVD transfer. But yeah, a lot of these editions as well that I'm showing off today are really nice editions that I feel like you don't really get these unless you go boutique. You don't really get them anymore as a standard release. Like, I'm sure this says special edition here, but I bet this was a wide release and you could get it anywhere on the store shelves when it came out. Obviously, Criterion is a bit different. It's a Criterion collection, it's boutique, but the other editions here are really nice editions and are great transfers. That's Godzilla though. Next up is a sealed copy of the Momentum release of Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the ultimate DVD. It's that good, guys. They're calling it ultimate. Now, I have this because I found this sealed in the charity shop for like 30p or whatever. I used to have this when I had a sizable DVD collection. I used to have this. It was probably one of the best DVDs I had in my collection at the time. And when I saw this sealed and I wanted to kind of go down memory lane of actually owning this release, I thought, when I get around to doing a video like this, because this video has been in my mind for quite a while about talking about DVDs that still look great now, this was one of the top tier ones in my opinion for looking absolutely outstanding for a DVD transfer. I haven't revisited this now because it's still sealed, but I remember it being unbelievable back then, so I can imagine it's still looking good now. Momentum in general put out really good DVD releases, so this is one of those really good ones that I remember having. But yeah, even though I haven't revisited it in 2022, I still got a feeling this is going to look good even now. Let's unseal it for the video, shall we? So yeah, I just remember this being a really nice release. Yeah, oh yeah, it's nostalgia all over, guys. Nostalgia all over. Just love it. Minty fresh discs, man. Back in the day where DVD releases were exciting, man. Exciting times. Yeah. Just a really nice DVD set. Comes with a fat as fuck booklet as well. Absolutely thick booklet. Things don't come with booklets anymore, man. I wish they did, because this is such a cool release. And it's got one of those DVDs where all the blurb and that is all sideways, which is quite cool. They've used to maximise the space that they use on the back. Just really cool. And again, like, come back to the other Momentum release, the Hitcher. It also has a booklet, and it's just like 2 discs, just really nice additions. Like I was saying, even though I've not actually watched this in 2022 to see what the transfer is like, I've seen this one, and it's by the same company, Momentum, put them out. So I've got a lot of faith this is still going to look outstanding. Yeah, I just feel like this is a really just premium set, and I feel this is probably one of my favourite Terminator 2 sets. I don't think we've had, the Blu-ray sets haven't been that great, but the 4K is meant to be terrible. But as like presenting this movie in a really respectful way about how legendary it is, I think this is probably the best release it's ever had, in my opinion. That's Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Next up is a film I watched for the first time on DVD, and I was still blown away by how good it looked. Great movie as well. If you've not seen this movie, I really recommend it as well. That's called Roadkill. It's got an alternative title in America. It's called Joyride over there. So if you are from the States, you might know this movie as Joyride. I had a great time with this film, and the transfer helped that immensely, because like I said, I have put DVDs on through my 4K setup that looked terrible, that I had to turn off immediately because I just couldn't deal with basically unwatchable. Some DVDs can be really unwatchable, but these ones they just look great for a DVD transfer. And this is like a DVD from like 2001. Is it? No, 2003 it was released on DVD. But it looks great, and it's a great little road movie as well. It's a great road horror thriller. Really like those kind of movies as well. And yeah, if you haven't seen this movie, you want to pick it up for the cheap, the DVD is the way to go, because it looks superb. And in the UK, you can't get a Blu-ray, so there's that. But yeah, I don't think you're going to be disappointed if you pick up the cheap DVD copy of this just to watch it for the first time, because I feel like it just looks great as a transfer, especially for a transfer that's 2003, you know, almost 20 years old. Yeah, it looks great. That's Roadkill. Next up is a pair of 2 movies that I did want to get the Blu-rays for them, but then I watched these and I thought I don't really need to. I generally don't feel like I need to upgrade to Blu-ray at all for these.
But if the 4K comes out, I'm probably gonna.
But that is Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill Volumes 1 and Volumes 2. These are probably the best of the bunch. When it concerns what I'm showing here. These might be some of the best DVD transfers I've ever seen. Bear in mind, I've not seen everything I own on DVD through my 4K setup, but me and Soph, we revisited these. Well, I revisited them. It was Sophie's first time watching these. I was blown away by how good these looked on DVD. They looked outstanding. I'm excited to watch the other Quentin Tarantino movies that I've got. I've only got his movies on DVD, so I'm looking forward to rewatching some of those for the first time and revisiting them. But it gives me hope that I don't really need the Blu-ray transfers to enjoy these. These DVDs are absolutely outstanding. The first one in particular, the colours really pop in this. I found the yellow jumpsuit that she wears, it really does just burst from the screen. Very striking colours on this DVD transfer, and it just looks great. I just think people underestimate how good DVDs look, and this is the whole point of this video, is these movies look great. It's DVDs that look great in 2022. And this video was originally going to be movies I don't plan to upgrade to Blu-ray, but I feel like I wanted to change it to movies that are generally great looking movies on DVD, and I feel Kill Bill and Kill Bill Volume 2 are some of the best amongst these. And there is a label that I don't have an example of, which I will drop in a couple of examples in the video here. There's a label which I do generally believe is doing the best DVD transfers, to the point where I generally thought they were HD. Obviously it wasn't, they were SD, they were standard definition, but they looked that good that you could be fooled that there were Blu-ray discs, and that is a company called Signature. I picked up 2 movies from Signature from a charity shop. I picked up a film called Jiu-Jitsu, Nicolas Cage movie, and I picked up a film called Anti-Life, which is a Bruce Willis movie. Both terrible movies, guys. I don't recommend them whatsoever, but when it concerns a Signature release of these 2 DVDs, they were outstandingly good looking for a DVD releases. So I'll put them on screen now. I think you can get a lot out of DVDs still in 2022. We're at the end of the fucking year, so I think you could get a lot out of some DVDs in 2023 as well, coming up to the new year. But yeah, these are just great transfers. They look wonderful, and especially with Kill Bill, I don't feel like I need to upgrade. And I feel like this Terminator DVD might be better than the Blu-ray in terms of what you get on it, and Momentum just do really cool transfers on DVD at them, you know, throughout the whole years that they've been doing DVD releases. I don't think they go anymore. Someone let me know if Momentum still operate, because I don't think they do. But when they were a DVD manufacturer, they did some of the best. And like I said, The Hitcher looked fantastic on a recent watch of that. But yeah, DVDs still look great. You know, you might have to sift through some crap to find the good looking ones, but I find that there are some that really kick ass. Signature in particular put out amazing DVD transfers that you could be fooled to think they're Blu-ray, but they're not. Anyway guys, I'm rambling enough on this video. You get the point of this video. And yeah, DVDs in 2022 can look great. In 2023, you're probably going to be the same thing. You'll find some DVDs that look absolutely great. That some of them I don't feel the need to upgrade. But yeah, anyway guys, I will see you next time, I suppose. Bye.